Maybe you've been inspired by a message on a Sunday morning, or comforted by a prayer at your bedside or the bedside of a loved one. Or you've seen that spark of faith in the eyes of a child after a Sunday school lesson. Or the connection that your teenager feels to the world because of a Starfire International tour. All of these are being part of the ripples of ministry here at LAUMC. And I think it's important to remember that more than 70% of our operating budget goes to support the staff we have here.
I love that we here at LAUMC get a chance to share the love of God with our children so that they know the depth and the breadth of an unconditional love through Jesus, so that when life gets tough and when it's challenging and when they're unsure of themselves, that they are grounded in the deepest of faiths that helps them say, I'm loved. I am loved. So that they can become the healers and they can become the friends that people go to in leadership to say, can you help me? Because they've been helped and they've been loved. And they have learned what it means to use their head, their heart, and their hands to live and love the way God calls us to.
God loves every child, and He's like a parent, because parents, no matter what you do, you can make them mad, but they love you no matter what.
I started working on the committee for planning Vacation Bible School because I loved it so much and it was such a good program. And it reached out to so many people that not necessarily members of the church. I remember one time, this was funny, I was at a parade. It was a Halloween parade at our school. And it was, parents are crowded around getting ready to take pictures while they were waiting for the class to come out. And I overheard two parents speaking, and they were talking about LAUMC and Vacation Bible School. So of course my ears perked up. And they were talking about, oh, the best experience my kids had this summer was Vacation Bible School. These were people not church members, but they were so enthusiastic in telling their friends about what a great program it was.
Our Donovan's Door Special Needs Ministry has been so powerfully, profoundly healing and welcoming to families with special needs children. Our respite night just last Friday night had 20 children. The parents are so grateful to have a break, to get some peace, and to know that they can sit in worship, if it's a Sunday morning, and be filled.
Over half of the families in the Donovan's Door database are not people who attended LAUMC, so it's really been a blessing to be able to reach so many people in the community through doing respite.
I don't see children's ministry as my ministry. I see it as a ministry where collectively the people who are called to serve children support one another. I support the people who say I want to teach. They support me by giving me ideas and wisdom. We do it together.
Lisa's face looks happy when I see her. She is a really kind person.
She sees everybody's gifts for what they are, and she always sees the positive in people. She manages huge amounts of children and families, and she does it with grace and sense of humor and love.
I personally feel there is not a child, or an adult for that matter, that doesn't have a special need. And I think my ministry is to figure out what that special need is. And that's the part of my job that I probably love the most.
She was my son's first preschool teacher, and you know, she helped me really begin to understand, like, you know, who he was, what his learning style was, you know, which was, you know, a little different, and really sort of opened some doors for me as a parent, and that was huge.
When we first started our FRC, 100% of the people that came, and it was usually 50 people, were children's center families. Now we have sometimes as many as 1,200 people come to an event, and about 30% of them are children's center families. So the word is out there. I love the fact that these families that are looking for answers come to LAUMC. Yes, it's to a Children's Center event, but for many of them, they've never been on the campus before. It's such a wonderful opportunity for LAUMC to be out there. And it was very important to me as a member of LAUMC that we create a bridge between the Children's Center and LAUMC, even though the Children's Center has always been and was always meant to be part of LAUMC. I'm not sure that it was perceived as such because we were Monday through Friday and we weren't there on Sunday.
So Non had talked to me when I came to check out the preschool about Starfire and what a great youth program it was and all that. And you know, that day that we came to church, we saw that in action. Starfire was singing just, you know, by chance. And we thought, you know what, this is a really great welcoming place. This is the kind of place we want to join. So it was really Children's Center that actually, and Non as part of that, that brought us into LAUMC.
One thing I noticed with my kids going to Children's Center and then the friends they made, a lot of them, they aren't necessarily church members, but they really think of this as their church home. I really feel like LAUMC is the central hub of all of Los Altos and the surrounding area. This is the community. This is my neighborhood. This is my community at LAUMC.
Mrs. Mead likes to call me sweetheart. She makes me feel happy when she reads stories to me.
I think the greatest compliment I've received was running into an 8-year-old downtown, and her parent was absolutely aghast that she didn't remember who I was. I had been her teacher for 2 years, and she was one of those children that needed to start her day with me holding her. She was my barnacle. And the parent said, "What do you mean you don't remember Mrs. Mead?" And she looked at me so thoughtfully and she said, "I don't remember your name, but I remember you loved me a lot."
Have you thought about how your generosity enables the pastoral team here at LAUMC to reach out and have an impact on the world around them? I think you'll be amazed by the ripples that you'll learn about in this video series, and I hope you'll find yourself in the stories, because it should be a goal of all of us to be part of the ripples of ministry here.
I got the door.